Should we talk about Kyle Nelson real quick? Because we know nothing.
We don't know
about what's going on with Kyle Nelson. But here, backdrop. Shanahan just explained it. They released him, and they said, yeah, you know, he'd been playing bad in practice too. It was kind of a buildup. It sounds like we're not getting the full story here. I don't want you to speculate what the story is, but is this the most bizarre thing you've ever heard? And when you saw Kyle Nelson on TV, what were you thinking was going on with him?
Oh man, I just felt like this poor guy had so much anxiety going on that day. Like he stepped out on that turf and maybe he was worried he'd get injured just like all of his fallen soldiers. And like, I don't know, maybe that was weighing on him, but that position, I don't think he would get injured in the same way anyways, but something was not right. That definitely was a mental thing. And I know a lot of people were saying online and on Twitter, they're like, maybe something really bad happened. Maybe he's going through a family thing. Like we have no idea what happened. Right. But this is something that and this is total speculation as well. But, I just feel like he got let go so quick that it wasn't just like, oh, something happened in that game. He played this horrible game. So that's why he's gone. It almost felt like, and Shanahan said that it was trending in this way. So maybe there's some stuff that was going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. Maybe an issue between the players or whatever. Like I was even thinking maybe he's sending inappropriate photos to Kyle Shanahan's wife. Like, who knows? Because he was super cutthroat about the guy today. He was gone.
So cutthroat. You're out. And the thing is, I went back and watched. It wasn't like every single snap was off. There was like 2 or 3. One was high, 2 were low. You're out. Goodbye. Thank you for 8 years of service or whatever it was. So to me, it's like there's something else going on here.
Yeah.
And to me, like, you got to remember with the Kyle Nelson story, no one thinks about the long snapper. But that guy got suspended last year for PEDs. It was like, and when it happened, it was like the easiest joke ever. Is like, long snappers need PEDs? Like, really? Oh, like you're really dedicated to your craft, buddy. Well, it's like that's such a weird thing to happen, and it put the Niners in a tough spot because you need a long snapper. So he went from being like Mr. Reliable to being like Mr. Missed half a season because of PEDs that you probably didn't even need. And then you have like this kind of mental breakdown, or if that's what it was, the yips, and that's it. And you're gone. It was like, whoa, what a way to go out. It kind of reminded me of Hull 10 at the bottom said, remember Chuck Knobloch. I don't know if you remember Chuck Knobloch, but in the 90s, there were a couple of baseball players who all of a sudden like couldn't throw the ball straight anymore. And it was very dramatic. Knobloch was like an all-star second baseman for the Yankees, a hell of a player. And all of a sudden, when he would field ground balls, he'd throw the ball into the stands consistently. And they tried to work with him and go send him to therapists and stuff. And it was just like a mental block. So those things do happen, but I don't know. I think there's something else. I don't know.
Like the Golden Tate situation in Seattle. I was telling you this before. You know, how Golden Tate just snuck in and took Russell Wilson's wifey away, and boom, Golden Tate's gone. But I know long snappers, like they don't even have that many long snappers just waiting to come up, right? Like, I mean, it's 32 of them in the league. That's it. And if you lose your job, you're gone. Like, if you don't have a good game, you're gone. So I feel for that guy. I even said like the guy needed to smoke a joint, but I mean, who knows what's going on? Obviously, he can't be doing any kind of drugs. Maybe.
Well, these days he's free to smoke as many joints as he wants because he's out of the NFL. Sorry,
he's gone.
Kyle.
He's gone.
Okay. Let's take some questions, and this is a good one. It's from Vish, and it's on the same subject. Grant, how will this affect Robbie Gould? Will it be as impactful as the long snapper situation from last year? Well, this is another psychological question. Robbie Gould needs to be confident in the entire operation that leads up to him kicking the football. And last year, that was an issue. And really last year, Robbie Gould had his worst season with the 49ers. He was missing kicks. So does this now have a domino effect psychologically to Big Robbie Gould? Speculate right now, Chrissy.
I mean, like Robbie Gould for me, I feel like he's been just on a roll. Like he had a couple missed field goals the other day, but I mean, I don't think he's eating donuts every weekend with his kids. He's happy. I think he's going to be fine. I don't think it's going to be a domino effect. I think we're okay there, honestly.
I think it's something to watch. It's something I never watch. When special teams comes on, I just look away. But now I think it's something to watch that like there's questions with the whole operation, the kicking. So what involves long snapping? Kicking, punting. So I don't even know who is it going to be Justin School?
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. So all of a sudden a team that's like, it's so funny. Like this, it's a Super Bowl contender. They've lost all these players. No problem. Garoppolo goes down. Who cares? George Kittle, George who? But now they lose Kyle Nelson. It's like, oh my God, what are we going to do? Kyle Nelson is gone and he's not coming back.
I mean, that's the first time I've heard that guy's name that many times. So I don't think it's going to be much of a big deal. I don't think it's going to affect everyone. Like, it's that next man up mentality. Everybody's going to fill in for the voids. And, you know, at the end of the day, we'll find a snapper that will get their job done. And we don't have to keep hearing his name. And, oh my God, what's going on with this guy, right?
Maybe we could do it. You and I. Let's see.
Get me out there. Put me in, coach.
Doesn't seem hard. I can do it. All right, let's see if we got any other questions. It actually looks extremely, I mean, imagine something has to be super precise. And if you get it, if you're off like once or twice ever, you're cut in your whole life. That's a lot of pressure. I can't do anything that consistently.
No.
I can't put food in my mouth that consistently.
Yeah, I mean, I can't do the same. So I have never even tried to kick a ball. So I feel for those guys. I really do.